Showtime, Shawn Porter here at Game Changer Sports Academy, where I train, and I run into Tim Tszyu. Actually, I invited you here. How you feeling, big dog?
Good, bro.
Good. Long time coming. I've come over there to Australia 3 times to commentate your fights, and the last time I came over, they said, this is the last one. We're going back to Vegas. We're going to America. We're going to make him a star over there. How you feeling?
Finally, man, finally. It's been a long time in the coming. I'm waking up and it's a thrill, you know. I'm used to just being in my comfort zone at all times, and I'm finally in a place where I want to be.
I was told the first time I came over there and you fought Tony Harrison, I was told that you had gotten out of your comfort zone at that point. So that was last year in March, I believe it was, and I was told that he pulls up in the truck. That's not like Tim, you know? He jumps out and he's got the shirt open a little bit. That's not like Tim. Wouldn't you like to say that you've been getting out of your comfort zone for some time now? Yeah,
for sure, for sure. For me, it was all about becoming the man that I've always envisioned myself. And I think the Tony Harrison fight was where, you know, I got to do things my way, you know? But yeah, this is a new step, a new chapter in my career, and it's exciting.
I gotta let you know that people think you're the man now. You haven't really had that big explosive fight here, but people think you're the man now. So kind of walk me through the process of 3 fights back home. You're mandatory every time. We're taking chances. We're staying busy. Like, kind of walk me through the process of becoming the man.
I think becoming the man was the fact that when I did get that mandatory shot and when it was postponed, the option I chose and the route that I chose was to beat the guy, beat the man.
Right.
You know, and I think that's what started the whole. Started becoming the man was because of that. And then 3 big victories, including Carlos Ocampo and then Mendoza, who at the time was the other guy in the front line. It was me and him leading the way in the 154 division. So by having a victory over him, it was like silencing everyone in the division, letting them know that I am the man.
So you get over here. You've been here once before, fighting in Minnesota. Kind of tell me what that experience was like for you.
Look, for me, we came 2 weeks before. I came with a sickness. It was a difficult time. And it was a bit. We weren't prepared. We didn't know what's happening. But you know, I did get a tough fight against a game Terrell Goucher at the time. Cleveland. He's an animal, man. He's a beast. And it was a adversity type fight, you know, going down in round 1, but you know, I pushed through and got the W.
For anyone that looks at that fight and they say, well, Tim Tszyu got knocked down and Tim Tszyu has some small struggles against somebody that we don't even know, how's he gonna handle Keith Thurman? What do you say to those people about that fight? When they compare that fight, you know?
I think that fight actually shows a lot of strengths, you know, like you're able to do stuff when you have to, you know? And for me, I'm a complete different fighter to what I was 2 years ago, you know? Like, the growth has been, it's big, but it's just me in the gym, on the grind, and it stands out, you know? A lot of boxers these days, they stay stagnant, you know? They're just in the same position, but I always want to see growth. And from the Terrell Goucher fight, I think it's a big learning lesson, and I'm a complete different fighter.
Coming over to Australia for the first time, everybody's, you know, was excited for me to go to Australia. So was I. It's kind of, you know, dream trip for me or whatever. For you coming over here to the States, fighting in Minneapolis, Minnesota, did you feel like you had fought in the United States, or how, you know what I mean?
You know what, 50-50? I feel like this is my homecoming. You know, this is the one that I've been dreaming about. This is every kid's dream, you know, pinch yourself moment. So this is it.
Have you ever been here with your dad?
No, never.
So this is like truly the first homecoming experience for you.
100%.
What's the excitement level like?
You know, 2009 I came to watch Manny Pacquiao, Miguel Cotto at the MGM Grand, and I remember I was a kid in the candy store at the time, and now I finally get to experience it. And now it's like I'm reliving this moment. Except I'm actually living this. I'm not watching the video game. I'm in this video game. And it's a crazy type of moment. But I don't know. I feel like I was born into this stage. And it feels like I feel belong with it right here.
Yeah, everybody talks about the Vegas stage. It's the biggest stage in boxing. Again, me being over there and did you in Sydney, Gold Coast. You're used to the big crowd. You've seen the big crowd and that electricity. Do you expect anything different over here for this one?
I think it will be a little bit different.
Yeah.
It'll be a different feel for sure.
Yeah.
You know, walking out, it'll be a different feel. And I know that when I walk into the ring, I'm going to take a deep breath and just suck it all in.
Yeah.
And then once I get in the ring, you know, it's just as anywhere it is, you know. This ring can take you to all different locations, but what happens in the ring remains the same.
I always wonder, because I hate when people say, you don't know if he's ready for the moment. It's like you truly never know if you're ready for the moment until that moment comes.
Exactly.
However, there are ways to prepare for that moment.
Yeah.
Do you know, are you doing anything to prepare for that big moment?
Look, like I used to be maybe a shyer kid, but now I'm way more confident in myself and how everything is. Done 14 pay-per-views back home, you know, so if I'm not prepared now, then I'm never going to be prepared. But I believe that this is just a tip of the iceberg at the moment, you know, where we're standing on at the moment.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, we're talking about the big fight between Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman. It happens over there on MainEvent. You can get the fight Easter Sunday over there. Let's talk about it, man. Is this perfect timing for you to get in the ring with one time? Tell me about one time.
Yeah, look, I think he's a, for sure, credible opponent. You know, achieved the highest of the highs.
Yeah.
He's fought the very, very best in his era.
Yeah.
But I think it's a changing of guard now. You know, it's a new era now.
He said his era. He said his era.
Your era.
No, stop it. No, I'm not. But he's only 35.
Yeah.
Is it not still just he's in a era? Like you said, like your era's back there, and you're here with me now. Like, what's that mindset? Like, where does that come from?
I feel like it's a changing of guard. You know, the last few years, I've had 10 fights and he's had 2.
Yeah.
You know, and that clearly shows with activity and staying active and you know, I feel like. The names have changed over years, and it only takes 5 years for a different era to come.
Absolutely.
You know, this sport it's not long.
Yeah.
5 years, you got new names, new beasts, new opponents. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember going through Floyd Mayweather's career, and he went through so many different eras and dominated each one. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So let's get into the X's and O's of this bad boy. I think the number one thing you pointed out is something that everybody looks at. The numbers. Your 10 fights in the last 2 years?
Yeah.
And his...
No,
4 years, excuse me. And his, what, 2 fights in the last 4 years. Yeah. Walk me through the process of this fight. I want you to hear, you're gonna take this jacket off. You're gonna take the jacket off. Because I really want to get into this, and the reason why, and I know that you've already seen, and if not, I'm gonna tell you to your face, I have picked Keith Thurman to win this fight.
Yeah.
Tell me, when they come to you and they say, you got Keith Thurman, March 30th, and I'm sure, like, immediately your mind starts going to, what am I gonna do to beat this dude?
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Just staying simple. You know what? I've fought many aggressive brawlers in my career. Maybe not with the footwork and maybe speed as Keith Thurman.
Yeah.
But I'm sort of used to those type of punches. You know, the big overhands, left hooks. You know, when people saw me fight Tony Harrison, they were like, what is he going to do against a boxer?
Yeah.
You know, but I'm used to brawlers. So I sort of know and understand throughout my last 6 years of boxing, that brawler style.
I'm not giving any secrets away. And if I were to do this same interview with Keith, I wouldn't give any secrets away. I feel like I know what I know, and it's up to you guys to figure it out, figure out what I know to beat one another. But I had a friend over at the house last night. My friend used to box Keith in the amateurs. So get in your boxing position, and we got 2 orthodox fighters on fight night. So usually, you know, this will make for a very fun, competitive fight. There's no true, like, strategies. You know, it's just man-to-man combat right here, you know what I mean? It's southpaw, then you got a couple of other things to kind of think and figure out. You guys are both right here in front of one another. something that my friend pointed out to me that Keith used to do as an amateur. He would be like this, and he would just throw this wild, crazy uppercut. That's something that he hasn't done, like, since he turned pro. That's something that, you know, he left in the amateurs. But I want you to be aware that this guy, when you say keep it simple, you got something very complex standing across from you. Have you recognized that?
Yeah, of course. Of course. There's shots that are very weird and awkward that are going to be coming, and it's all about just being aware of what he's bringing.
So transform yourself real quick. Be Keith Thurman. Show me some of those punches that you're talking about, or some of that movement that you're talking about. So the hands will come down. It's a lot of looking and posturing, and then he'll just leap in with something. So I'll try to do what you just did, but how do you defend against that? You know, like, you know, this stuff here. Like, what do you do?
I'll just wait. I'll wait.
You're gonna wait.
Yeah, it's all about being patient in this fight.
It's about being patient. And it's about waiting.
The right will come. It will come.
So, but what comes from you to force him to do something? You gotta, like, Keith's one of those guys, you gotta force him to do something.
There's a lot of fakes, a lot of jabs, finding that range, making him start first, probably ending last.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think we're giving, like, big secrets away.
No.
A lot of feints and a lot of jabs coming from Tim Tszyu on fight night. And what's fight night gonna look like for you, you think?
I think I'll find the shot. I think he's never been hit by a 154-pounder. You know? A natural 154-pounder.
And then I saw you go like this a couple of times. So is that one shot the right hand?
No, it could be both. Could be both. We'll see how he is, man. It's been 2 years since he fought, so you know, like, we'll see how he feels on the legs.
So get me right, because I said Keith is gonna win this fight. What am I missing about Tim Tszyu? What are we missing about Tim Tszyu? I think y'all got everything y'all need to know about Tim Tszyu. Somebody like me, America, what is America, what doesn't America know about Tim Tszyu that he's taken into the ring against Keith Thurman?
I can bring everything to the game, you know? I'll be able to bring everything, you know? Hooks, straights, body, whatever, and IQ, you know? And distance control. People people don't see that at all.
We're gonna do this because this needs to be done. And again, this is no secret. This is Keith. Once all this is done, this is Keith. All day and all night. And he'll go both ways and he'll mix it up. What are you doing at this point?
Cut the ring off, man.
You're cutting the ring off. But you said you're going to be patient.
I'm going to be aware of him coming forward as well, you know, because this is one thing that he thinks that maybe he's going to be doing, but I feel like at times he's going to be pressing forward, you know.
So what do you expect from Keith? Do you expect a Keith that's going to be
I feel like he'll
right here in front of you?
Yeah, he'll come first. But then he'll start moving. Then he'll come forward again. Then he'll start moving. There'll be a lot of he'll try and win a round. You get me?
I'm gonna try to win this interview right here. So show me how you cut off the ring.
Just always like back towards the middle. Back towards the middle.
And then you got that coming. You got that coming. And we just stay ready. Stay patient and stay ready. Now, what do you do when he's here?
That's when it's basketball, you know? You shoot the 3, you shoot the 2, you know? Just find the shots, you know? Just not go into one shot, because you know you got to predict that he's going to counter.
I feel like you're telling me what I did wrong against him. Because this is what I would do, backs against the ropes. You really got left or right. You're right here in front of me. You only got left or right. You don't take control here?
You do take control here.
How do you take control?
You don't let him go. He wants to go this way. But obviously, he's going to be coming with the counters. So you got to be aware at all times.
So one more time, we'll walk through it. I go this way, you stepped out like that. What comes after that, though?
It could be a hook.
No, for you. What comes after? You stopped him.
Could be anything, right? Boom, boom, boom.
So, but you're going to work right there. It's not just about stopping.
Nah, of course not.
It's about, I stopped him. Come on, one more time.
His brain.
I stopped him.
Boom, boom, boom.
And then I work.
Boom, boom.
And then, of course, ready for the counters at all times. And you got some counters of your own.
Yeah, of course.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tim Tszyu, I do believe, will be ready for Keith Thurman March 30th. Again, you guys can catch this main event Easter Sunday over there in Australia. You guys enjoy the fights. Showtime, Shawn Porter, Tim Tszyu.